Well, hello and welcome back to the PAWS podcast. We are so excited. I'm not going to tell you who is here as our special guest quite yet, but let's start off with introducing this PAWS crew. How are you doing, PAWS guys?
Good.
Feeling good? Good Thursday?
Yep.
You have a good day, Dash?
50-50.
50-50? You ready for the weekend a little bit?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for the weekend.
Ready for the weekend.
My day is
Okay,
the best.
so Dash, start us out. Can you introduce yourself, please, for people who maybe haven't listened to us before?
Well, if you haven't listened, you better start listening. But
I know, right?
But I'm Dashel, and I talk a little too much.
No, you don't, and you are in
Okay.
5th grade, and this is your second year on PAWS.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Caleb. I'm in 4th grade, and I'm in one of the classes we're introducing today.
Pretty exciting. There's a hint.
And I play soccer for my free time.
Oh, awesome. Good to know.
Hi, I'm Ashleigh. I'm in 5th grade. This is my second year at PAWS, and I play softball.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm in 3rd grade, and I play soccer for my free time as well.
You do.
Hi, my name is Skylar, and this is my first year in PAWS, and I'm in 4th grade, and one of my teachers is one of the special guests.
Really? Yes. So Skylar, would you like to introduce our special guest today?
Yes.
Great. Take it away.
One of our special guests is Miss Hartman, which I'm in her class.
4th grade at Helotes Elementary.
Yes.
And we have Mrs. Canales.
My teacher.
Hi, guys. Boys and girls, we are so lucky today to have the 4th grade team here, and it's all about being fabulous in 4th grade.
That's right.
And it's led by the fabulous 4th grade teachers, Mrs. Canales and Mrs. Hartman. To kick us off, Ashleigh.
To kick us off, hi, I'm Ashleigh. We know teachers love coffee. What's your favorite Starbucks order?
Why do you say that? Do we love coffee? It is true.
It is true.
Coffee. High five.
Need coffee.
I
High five.
remember
It's true.
specific someone last year had to have coffee every day, and if she didn't, it wouldn't be the same energy.
I understand that completely.
yeah.
I actually got my favorite coffee order this morning.
You
which
did?
I needed it so badly. So I get from Starbucks. I get a venti white chocolate mocha.
Venti,
No
hotter,
whip,
hotter
hot
iced.
usually,
Okay.
but sometimes iced, but no whip. And I get a quad shot, so that means I get 4 shots of espresso because I need it to be on
Serious.
and ready to go for you guys. Otherwise,
Okay,
I am no
4th
good.
grade, 4th graders out there listening, take note of Mrs. Canales' favorite order. Say it one more time.
One more time. I get a venti white chocolate mocha, no whip, with quad shot.
Following the seasons, hot or cold,
Hot or cold,
just kind of
depending on my
compliment.
mood.
Yeah, all right.
Miss Bickley even has an Nespresso maker.
Fancy.
At home.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, and hey, everybody. See, I was right. The chaos theory can predict things. And I was right. We would have a conversation about coffee.
Yes, you are right. Mrs. Hartman, how about you with that Starbucks order? Or any other coffee joint?
I just get a Pike's Place, and I get it 0 calories, amazing taste.
Black.
Yes.
Okay, so you like a good, strong cup of good
Yes.
brew.
Sometimes I'll put a little splash of cream just to change the color, but I don't do all the fancy. I just do 0
Listen,
calories.
I don't think I'm fancy either, but I'll take all the calories sometimes. It's worth it.
But I order by splash as well.
Oh,
I often wonder if they're trained in what a splash is, if they're all consistent.
Probably
What do
not.
you think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's really
I don't
dark or it's really light.
Okay, Starbucks, we need to be consistent in our splashes. Oh, I love that, Ashleigh. You are right. We're coffee lovers.
for sure.
Coffee
Yes.
addicts.
Yeah, okay, maybe, sort of. Okay.
So, yep.
It could be worse. Caleb.
Hi, it's Caleb, and I want to know, what is your favorite thing to buy when you go to Sephora? And the only reason I know about Sephora...
Wait, to buy when they go where?
To Sephora.
Sephora!
But the only reason I know about Sephora is because I have a mom who loves her makeup.
It's not that you've been there or shopped there yourself.
No, I don't.
But there's lots of things for everybody.
For sure.
Man, I love Sephora. What a great question.
Fancy. Usually I go to Ulta because it's still like a makeup store.
Mm-hmm.
Sephora, though, I would probably buy like an expensive lip gloss or something fancy that I normally wouldn't buy because I feel like Sephora, you got to go out a little bit out of your comfort zone.
Are you a pink, red?
I'm a pinky girl, kind of neutral girl. Not reds. I don't think reds look good on me, but Sephora
Except red hair.
The red hair, I appreciate that so much.
So they would look good. You're right. So Sephora, a splurge for you. That's kind of fun.
Me. Yeah, Ulta's my go-to usually, or even CVS.
Yeah.
Good old CVS.
That's awesome.
Or
it's
H-E-B.
always fun though to get things to make us feel better.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And of course, that's a subject that he might know about. Not quite sure. Just okay.
He said he has mom, right?
Yeah.
That goes to Sephora. That's how he knows.
Okay, and Mrs. Hartman.
Well, sometimes I'll go to Sephora for eyeshadows.
Eyeshadows.
That's another good one to splurge on.
Neutral tones.
I wish I was better at doing my makeup.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of jealous. So you just kind of do.
But I do like Ulta. I can tell you. Ulta.
Yeah, and they're nice. There seems to be more Ultas.
Uh-huh.
There
Hair
seems to be
products.
more Ultas, and it's again not as expensive, not so break the bank.
I will say Miss Bickley has made a DoorDash or two from Sephora.
Really?
They're on DoorDash.
Fancy.
Sometimes you're just sitting there on a Sunday night and you're like, I need a mask.
Oh.
And you DoorDash a mask.
I have not had that dilemma, but that makes me think about that for sure.
What does that mean?
That is
What
something
does
I
that
may
mean when
use.
you do a doorbell?
So DoorDash is like a delivery service, right? And it's usually for different restaurants. But there's also some stores on there, like Dick's Sporting Goods and Sephora and Target.
Do they go fast?
Usually, I feel
you
like.
mean
yeah.
do you get it fast?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
within-
sure.
they
30, 40 minutes?
Yeah. Less than an hour for sure.
You can have your lip gloss and
eyeshadow.
beat that up within an hour.
So
Face masks and all.
you're saying that DoorDash, they actually do dash and they don't just take a
There you go, Dash. That's
Dash,
right.
they dash.
Yeah,
Maybe a
that's right.
future job for you. Dash the
on
Dasher.
Dash.
I love that question.
Okay.
Skylar.
Hi, I'm Skylar. What is your favorite subject to teach in 4th grade?
I like math. I like all those hands-on manipulatives, and that's one of my favorite subjects. And a lot of we do a lot with stations, workstations, and groups, small groups, and so I like to see the kids grow a lot. So
What kind of things are y'all learning in 4th grade in math?
well, we just had a decimal test,
Wow.
addition, place value, addition and subtraction, decimal test, and we're going to start measurement. So
Excellent.
Big stuff coming. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well-
here in 5th grade, we're working on coordinate planes
Whoa.
and geometry.
Whoa.
And a little bit of short algebra.
That is a big step up from 4th grade
wow.
stuff.
And I also love math. My favorite subject. If I have to be honest.
I could believe that.
nice.
I think so, Caleb. You're a great mathematician.
I like multiplication.
What do you love about math?
It's just like I love writing because I love drawing pictures and stuff. So math is a very easy way to write and
I love
represent-
that.
Oh, my
I
teacher
love
heart makes me so happy.
I'm getting chills for you. It's a teacher's dream.
Teacher's dream to have kids show their work.
I love to
right.
integrate all my
Teachers in math.
subjects together.
Absolutely.
To show my learning to my teacher.
Absolutely. That's a great question. I was ready for that question, Skylar. So my favorite subject to teach is probably in 4th grade specifically. I really like our social studies units that we do in 4th grade because there's so much Texas history that we learn about.
So that's the heart of 4th grade social studies,
I feel
Texas history.
Yeah, Texas history. 5th grade I know is United States history and everything.
It's
American Revolution, all of that.
Yeah.
But
War
4th
of
grade really
1812, everything.
Yeah, 4th grade really focuses on Texas history.
What's
I'm
your
a big Texan.
favorite? What's your favorite thing? So you're from Texas.
I am from Texas.
Are you from Texas? Where are you from, Mrs.
Here,
Hartman?
San Antonio.
From San Antonio.
I'm from
a
the
product.
We all are.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
I'm
Oh, y'all
San Antonio.
That's the north side, right?
I'm from the
all
capital of Texas.
That's right.
Austin.
You graduated from Miss Canales.
I graduated from Taft High School.
Taft
right
High
down the
School.
road.
Mrs. Hartman graduated from,
Marshall went back when it was the ag school.
Wow.
and I graduated from Clark.
That is so
Cougars.
cool. We were we were a little bit of high school rivals, but now we've come together.
I know. Now we're all Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone to high school yet.
No, you haven't. You're a future something we don't know yet. Panther or something else.
I want to go to Panthers.
That's very exciting.
And I wasn't from San Antonio, and I was from Colorado.
Okay. Well, I don't think we've talked about that. Where in Colorado?
I think Denver.
Nice. So you weren't us having the snow little flurries and everything a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't anything for you.
No.
You were
You're
like, why
used
is
to that.
everyone
Staying
all
at
over the
home.
place? Why are we staying home?
It's funny. People that do live in colder weather are like, okay,
This is
yeah, we're
nothing.
out at recess.
Like someone from like New York.
Yeah.
That's
Like
right.
they're out playing at recess.
Exactly.
Then they
Or
come
Canada.
Then
Michigan.
Then they come from
Michigan.
to Texas. It's snowing barely any. Gotta stay home, kids.
Exactly. But you know, I have some friends that live in Minnesota, and they were telling me the other day there is an art to honestly knowing how to bundle up and be warm. So, I mean, it's kind of silly that we're like, you know, we don't know what to do, but it's true. We're not sure exactly how to drive in that kind of weather, and so it's for the safety of everybody.
And, like,
We
for
don't
us-
have the big snow tires
No.
and the
Yeah.
snow plows and all the things to clear the roads.
And
so
like
let's be careful.
for us, when it even gets like down to like 40, it's way too cold for us. But to them, it's like super hot.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Like
when
it's a beautiful day.
And then they come down here, and then it's like 70 degrees, and they're sweating, and we're like,
It feels nice out here.
It's all about perspective.
it's about to perspective.
How we adapt. That's right.
That's funny. Okay, who do we have up next? Great question, Mr. Skylar.
Dash.
Oh, Dasharoo.
Good afternoon. It's Dashiell Kessler back on the air, and you being fourth grade teachers, your students are going into fifth grade. And from what you're seeing, do they seem a little bit nervous yet?
Not yet. I don't think I feel the nerves from my fourth graders yet. I think they're more focused on making sure they're set for fourth grade. STAR's coming up soon.
Yeah.
I try not to make a big deal about it, but I feel the nerves a little bit there. And we've got a little bit of spring fever as far as spring break coming up in a little bit of time. So I don't know if they're really focused on fifth grade yet, but I'm going to get them in shape and be
How
ready.
would you define spring fever?
Spring fever. Oh, Caleb, you want to join in here a little bit? What's spring fever look like in our classroom?
In our classroom, probably like a cold or like a fever, because like we've had a lot of kids out.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, yes, we've had some kids out for absences and sickness, but I'm talking like spring fever as in waiting for spring break and like maybe not as focused. Maybe the extra reminders to stay on task and less talking and less playing. And
Everybody's
let's
ready
make sure
to let loose a little
everyone's
bit.
kind of ready to take a little break. And I get it.
Yeah.
So am I, but we got to stay focused.
Well,
a
to
little
be
bit
good
longer.
learners, we gotta stop and recharge every so often.
Yes, I'm ready to recharge too, but we'll make it. 6 days. No one's counting.
So what do you think? So
Six?
Eva, you're our third grade representative. That it's your first year to take STAR. The other kids have taken it 1 year or 2 years already. How are you feeling in third grade?
I'm
What's the
extremely-
pulse?
I'm extremely nervous.
Oh, you should have.
Tell me about it.
My cousin said that STAR was better than MAP because the questions don't get harder and harder and harder and like stretch you to like where you're just super confused.
Right.
Like if you pay attention in class, you'll know all the answers.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're
I love that
exactly
you're
right.
talking
gonna
to
be
your
fine.
old. So your cousin is older.
One of my cousins is in 7th
Okay.
grade. Her name's Amelie. My other cousin is in 6th grade and her name's Madeline.
I think that's a really cool feedback that she gave you, because they are really different tests, and like you kind of have to go into them in different ways, and that's a really good thing to remind
I
people.
like that. I like that you have that in mind, that you're going to be just fine
Yeah.
as long as you pay attention in class. You're going to know it. And you're going to be great.
And not
So
just
don't be
this year.
nervous.
You've been learning this stuff since before kinder
That is true.
to get ready for this
My favorite
day.
would probably be the interim, because like on math or on the map or sometimes the STAR, it's like mainly stuff that you know, but there's some stuff that you haven't learned yet, just to get a scope of how much you know.
You're so right.
But in interim, it's all stuff that you've discussed in class, and there's only like 25 questions, so I can just zoom through it.
It's definitely
in 30
shorter now.
minutes, and then I can have extra time to draw.
Well, and I like that you brought that up, especially, we have so many different listeners. So we've got parents that don't even have kids at Helotes yet, and we've got parents that are kinder, first, second, that aren't in testing grades. And I love that you bring that up. Because as teachers, I think we appreciate the interim as well, because before that, there wasn't a way for our kids to see and feel what the test would feel like.
Yeah.
And so parents out there, when we say the interim assessments, it's the STAR environment, but it's just a different test
Like
in getting data.
A practice.
Yeah.
Let's see how we're doing and what else we need to focus on before the real one.
Yeah, but you
I
get to
missed
get
when
used
I
to
had
the
2
rules.
STAR tests. Now I got 3.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Right.
Tell us about that, Ash. Fifth
so
grade.
in 5th grade, not only do you have to take reading and math, you have to take reading, math, and science all in 3 weeks.
Got it. Got it. I forget about that.
too.
It really is you're going to do great.
Now the science one though, that is the one for sure that you've learned all through the years.
Oh, yes.
All your
In
years. So
3
everything you've learned in kinder, first, second, third, and fourth,
Yeah,
and fifth.
we get a little break in between, and they're testing that middle week.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ashley, but we'll be sending you positive vibes.
Hopefully we'll survive.
You'll do
will.
great.
You will.
Everyone
survive.
survives, so be okay.
Absolutely. Alrighty, Miss Eva.
Hi, I'm Eva Downs. Where is your favorite restaurant to go together or with your family?
Oh, like together.
Well, with
Us too?
yeah.
Okay, like when
Oh.
we get to go out to lunch together? Ooh. We like Mia's.
I like
I knew
like
that was
so
one of your
delicious.
favorites.
Where else
I
do
like
we like
I
to
went to
go?
Mia's
Chaperone.
Oh, El Chaperone right down the road is a favorite as well.
Yeah,
I went
for
to Mia's
sure.
on the weekend.
That's a good one.
So we like
to go.
Tex-Mex. We like Mexican
Yes.
food for sure.
That's a
We
favorite.
splurge, absolutely.
What about when you're out and about with your families? What do y'all enjoy?
Oh, I'm a sucker for Texas Roadhouse rolls. And my kids will eat like crazy there too. So wherever my kids will go eating really well, I'm all down for. So
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse all the way.
And your kids, Miss Canales, have been to Helotes.
They
and are at
have.
Helotes.
Yeah, they're here. Carter's in 3rd grade
I know
with Miss
Carter.
Work. Yeah. And Mackenzie's all the way in 7th grade now at Garcia. But
How
she
fun,
spent
though.
all of her years here, and I love it. Love it here.
I'm sure they love that you were here and
I
are
love that I
here.
was here. Yes, I love it. It's a privilege
nice.
for sure.
Yeah.
It is nice. Only a couple more years though, and Carter's gonna be gone out of here. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Miss Hartman, where does your family enjoy going?
We like to go to Lupe Tortilla. That's
I've not heard of that.
it's at the one at the Rim.
Okay.
It's really good. Their beef.
And they have
Uh-huh.
tortillas.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Flour.
Okay.
Corn.
I know,
corn.
just as an aside, I
Lettuce.
think it's really cool, because the kids do enjoy getting to know y'all, and I know that, you do these little date nights and stuff with your husband.
Oh, yes, I
And
know.
what is one of your favorite places to go on
Well-
date night?
Just trying to keep it secret.
I'm trying to keep it a secret.
Oh, you have a favorite place?
Yes.
Oh gosh, give us the
Give us a different
deets.
I know. Let me give you another one.
Oh, just
know-
there's just a few
You know what
listeners.
I like to go to Bernie the Grill. I'm sorry, Cypress Grill.
Cypress Grill.
I did used to like to go to the grill, but it's not there anymore. But yeah, Cypress Grill in Bernie is I love it. They have great.
But basically, there's another place that we need to keep breaking you down to learn about.
Yes.
We're not going
saved
to
you
give up.
That's a little.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for letting us know, Miss Canales. All right.
Okay. Hey yo, it's me again. It's me, Ashleigh again.
Hey.
I have a question. What is 4th grade homework like that
Ooh.
3rd grader parents and students might want to know?
Eva, are your ears perking up?
I feel like 4th grade is a little lenient on homework. I think
Oh, yeah,
they
'cause
get
they
a little
get
bit of a
homework
break.
every
I know
day.
in 3rd grade, at least in my son's class, he gets a packet on Fridays.
Yeah.
And has math and language things that are due the
Yeah.
following Friday, right?
Yep.
In 4th grade, we do math homework almost every night. Not too bad. Shouldn't take you more than about 10 minutes or so. If it does, then
quick.
hey, hold on.
It's quick and
We
easy.
need some more practice, right? Caleb says it's quick and easy. I love that. For some, it might be, right? For others, it might be a challenge. But we do math mostly every night. We want you to read at least 20 minutes every night. At least. Reading is so powerful. It's
That
so
is a
important.
great point, and we're doing that. We're getting these readers ready for you guys, I promise.
I believe you.
Yep,
for sure.
they're
I'm
reading.
ready.
Y'all are up to 25.
Awesome.
25 minutes
All right,
a
so
night.
next year it's
Nice.
30.
Well, at the end of this year, we'll be at 30.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're 30 through the whole year.
Love that.
Well, 5th grade. Hello.
Sounds like 4th grade needs to step it up then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Caleb?
no, not exactly. Because in 5th grade, I'm not sure about Miss Kruger's class. I think it's like that 2 in that class, but I can really only say about Miss Sharp's class.
Uh-huh.
No way, Jose, because okay, so
What?
because the only homework that they give you is stuff that you haven't finished and read.
Okay.
So if you
I've heard
don't,
that rumor, Dad.
So it's motivating.
if you don't finish
as
something very
long-
important in class, she sends it home with you. We also have to read 30 minutes every day and practice math facts.
Okay.
So, very
So
light.
do you find that motivating?
wait,
like,
wait,
hey,
wait.
if
I have
you
to
get it done
practice
during the
math facts?
day, you're good.
Wait. You have to practice.
Interesting.
facts.
I like that. I never thought about doing that. All the extra work, not the extra, but the work
Facts,
that you're supposed to
facts.
get done during class time. If it doesn't get done, it has to go home.
Yeah.
That might be a motivator.
Absolutely, and help you organizing the time you need to
Time
get things
management,
done.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I like that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were supposed to do math facts.
In 4th grade, some of our classwork is like a reading choice board we have to complete through the week. And I usually get the stuff I have to do in class done first because I have a computer at my house. Like I can just do the stuff that's on the Chromebook at my house if I need to.
And you're talking about Miss Canales' room specifically. I always really admired you. I taught with you guys last
Yes,
year.
that was fun.
And I really admired all the choice board stuff that you did. Tell us about choice boards.
Oh gosh,
what is that?
So
look
it's like a menu that the kids get every week, and it kind of fluctuates a little bit of what they're doing, but they usually get a reading passage with questions, comprehension questions, making sure we're understanding text. They get, we do our word sort each week with our spelling pattern, and so they have something to do with that. Whether
crosswords,
it's
kind of
usually
fun.
a crossword with definitions.
Cool.
Do we know what these words mean? But there's different things that we've done too. We do partner reading, and they work on partner reading and their fluency and making sure that they're reading out loud really, really well.
So they have the week and
they have
this
the week.
like choice board, and they can choose kind
menu.
of what am I in the vibe for right now.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly,
There's also some IXL lessons, and there's also ReadWorks. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a passage you have to read to complete the following question.
Yep.
Nice.
And there's like vocabulary practices and questions at the end. Yep.
So Caleb, what's your like number one
The crossword.
choice board thing? You like to do the crossword first?
Yeah.
Why?
Cool.
I want to know why.
Because I just like love doing tricky things, and the crossword you have to really find what it is because it usually gives a definition,
Yeah.
and you have to find the word with that definition.
As a teacher,
Very
I love
nice.
that. I also love that it makes you spell the word correctly, because if you're not spelling the word correctly, then you're going to be all over the place and not know what's missing. so.
Listeners, y'all can't see this, but these kids' feedback are making these teachers just bloom. Like, yes, we love to teach, and we love hearing that y'all love to learn.
By the way, I'm just going to comment on this real quick. So my favorite is probably on the reading. We got to do 20 minutes. We can do it twice a week. It's 20-minute reading.
Okay.
I can read for 20 minutes.
Nice.
And
We used to do that.
we stopped doing that like a week ago, but I think we're going to get back up. It's just we had so many things to put on there, we couldn't fit that.
Get that, yeah.
But I really like reading the Goosebumps series.
Nice.
I started reading the Goosebumps series.
Yeah, it's good. Have you read one called The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight?
I've listened to that book, but I haven't read it.
That's right.
good
Evan,
one.
you told
It's a
me
good one.
yesterday in the library that you
Used to listen
were,
to them.
but you were starting to read them, and you were a little nervous about if you'd be able to sleep or something.
goodness.
How did you do last night?
My dad was out of town, so I got to sleep with my mom.
Okay, so that was a safe time to
did
start a Goosebumps.
Okay.
I love it.
Mom was out of comfort.
Well, that's cool. It's kind of like a little book club. Y'all can share books that y'all are enjoying. Very cool.
Wimpy Kid.
Dive or Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
That's one of the
I
favorites.
love the books.
I like the Last Kids on Earth books.
Ooh, that sounds good. Was that a movie? That sounds
Yeah, it is.
familiar.
It's a TV show.
Okay,
It's like 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
cool.
And I love Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It's
Yes.
a great
We got some
series.
with our Apex money.
Cool.
Yep, I just got those in yesterday.
I'm
We
working
ordered
on the
book
last
set.
book. is the first 5.
I think it's the first 5, but then there's like 2 special ones as well. So I got
Oh,
a
yeah,
total of 7 books.
There's 2
I
special
know.
ones.
Yeah,
Y'all
I have
told me about
I
that.
have the 5 group and the 2 special ones.
That's what I got.
Are the special ones the graphic novels?
No, they're like
No.
Percy Jackson and like it's like a side story maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Dash, tell us.
They're the senior series.
Oh.
It's about when Percy finishes middle school, is going into high.
Got it.
But first he needs permission from the gods, so it goes on several quests, but
So what do you think?
And I knew I should buy them because my kids asked for books. If my students are asking for books, absolutely, I'm going to spend money on books. So I did. Maybe I need to read them.
I have my son has. I have a lot at home.
Oh man,
I should have.
that's
yeah.
okay.
Well, now you have multiple.
I know, I have
You
a
gotta bring
whole
them in.
bunch
So
of-
Dash, who would y'all recommend? Like, what grade readers would the Percy series? Would it be for
I
first,
think-
second, or third, or would it be?
I think the first 3 should be 4th.
Okay,
But the last 2 should probably be 5th grade.
Okay.
Because there's a
so a little bit higher elementary, but
little
really
bit of-
something to look
there's
forward to.
an itty bit of blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nobody. Well, 2 characters die, but there's no like actual blood in that.
Okay.
There's one part where there's actual blood, but they don't
Reminds
die.
me a little bit of like the Harry Potter series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
Yeah.
kinda.
Makes sense.
Safe blood. I don't know what that means.
I mean, if I were to pick a book series, I really like Adventures in Fosterland,
Okay.
which is based on true stories. It's a chapter book based on true stories about foster animals. Right now, I've almost finished. I forget the kittens' names, but there are 2 kittens, and I think one of them was found on the street.
Yeah.
And the other one was been there for a while, and they became really good friends.
Oh,
That's really cool. And what is the series called again?
Adventures in Fosterland.
Fantastic. Awesome. Okay.
Is it like a fantasy world full
No,
of
it's-
boxes for foster families or something?
No, it's based on a true story.
Okay, now I, with this awesome book talk, have kind of lost track of who's up. What's our next question? Mr. Caleb? Go
Caleb.
for it.
It's Caleb again, and as a 4th grader, I want to know, who would you eat with, living or not?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so yeah, you can have a dinner party. Who would you have over?
Go ahead.
I would have Tom Cruise.
Oh, I'm really
Say that.
Tell us why.
Or Blake Shelton.
Oh.
Okay, or both. There was no cap on the
Yes.
number of.
Both of them.
Okay, great. Great.
That's right. Can we have a whole party?
Yes. Yes, it's a dinner party.
I already know what yours would be, Miss Pickley.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Harry
She loves him. I know that I would choose. This might sound a little bit strange at first, but at first I actually might choose Barney the dinosaur. For some reason.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
I don't know why, but
Brings me back.
it just for some reason it would just be interesting
Okay.
to
It
see
would
how
be.
a conversation would go with. Hello, friends. You count to 10.
And then the whole dinner is him just saying that over and over. You're like,
I
oh,
love you.
that's
I would like to see how that would go. I'd like to see how that would go.
okay.
so my
Miss
dinner-
Canales, who's around your dinner table?
Gosh, my wheels are spinning.
What a fun
I
question,
am very
Caleb.
obsessed lately with Zach Top and his music. He's a new country artist.
I know.
So I would love to have dinner with him. Let me think.
Okay,
Favorite
no,
song-
you're good.
Song from Zach Top
This is
probably
good stuff.
Bad Luck.
Oh, yep, that's a good one for sure. I love Texas country. George Strait. Now that I'm thinking of Texas country, the King. I would love to have dinner with George Strait.
That
Like
would be-
at his house up there, you know.
Yeah,
His
wait,
fancy
that's
place.
close by. It could
I know.
happen.
It's not far
George, if you're out there,
Hi, George.
please email Mrs. Canales at. No, that would be so. He would be real.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Do you know that, check yes or no, that song? Is it that what it's called?
Yeah.
It was filmed at Leon Springs where I used to teach.
No way.
Yeah, the classroom scenes. How cool is
is
that?
cool.
And the teacher in it
Was you? No.
That would have been really cool.
watch
The teacher was a teacher there at the time.
That is so cool.
I know, isn't that fun?
What a cool little fun fact.
Yeah.
For me, if I could eat with anyone, I'd probably pick 3 people.
Oh.
Number 1, Shawn Mendes. I love his music.
Okay, I like.
And then second, Pouty
Don't know who that is.
from Inside Out 2.
Oh, no! Okay. I like the
Now I got it.
here,
Okay.
Caleb.
And then
Character.
That's great.
he has like TNT.
Choose pouchy.
I love that. And then lastly, Miss Canales.
Caleb, my heart. Where are we going? Are we going to Texas Roadhouse? Caleb, you're so sweet.
That is so sweet.
I would love it.
Okay, if we're going around,
You guys both have a really good. Okay.
if we're going around for what we do for dinner, okay, my parents will be like, oh my god, she's talking about this, even on her school thing. I'm obsessed with Modern Family.
Okay, I love that show.
I've watched it like 5,000 times, so I'd probably invite that cast, and then I'd probably do Young Sheldon cast, and my brother.
That's pretty big.
My daughter
group.
loves Young Sheldon.
Yeah, so fun.
Well, we're going to have to ask this question to our next grade level because for now we've got to continue. But I want to know all of your dinner party guests. So our next question is from Mr. Skylar.
What was your favorite subject when you were a kid in school?
Ooh, and it doesn't matter what grade?
No.
Okay.
I really liked science. Science was one of them. I liked reading too, though. I loved school. I just loved all of them. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
I loved reading. I was big into the Harry Potter series because they were coming out every year or every 2 years when I was growing up, in elementary school, like you guys. And I loved reading. Loved science. Loved it all. If I had to choose one, I don't know which
So
one I
if
would
you
choose.
always loved school, did you know you wanted to be a teacher?
I think I
from early on?
knew. People ask me that a lot, and I think I did know I wanted to be a teacher for a while. I was in, I think 5th grade at the time, and I would go to like the kindergarten room and read with the kindergartners. I remember loving that at the time.
Oh,
so
like the elf system?
kind of like we do for our elves during Christmas time, but it seemed like more often I would go and do that, and it was just something that I loved to do.
What good memories. Mrs. Hartman, what about you?
So I went to private school. I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and so we always had like different, little rotations, and so my favorite.
Kind of like our specials?
Yes.
Okay.
So we had computer, we had religion class,
Yeah.
we had PE, and so I really liked, and then music too. I really liked just the music teacher. She was kind of
Inspiring.
Yes, she would sing and dance, and so I think that's why sometimes I like to sing and dance in the classroom. And so, and every time I say something, I'm singing, and so I don't know. That's kind of a childhood memory,
I love learning this about you. So Skylar, she busts out in song every so often.
Her directions end up in sing song.
I love it. That's
Do
cool.
not read my next question. No.
It's a perfect segue.
I know, but
It's perfect. Okay, Dash. So
Just to
on the
do.
topic of singing, Dash wants to know what is
this is extremely random, off topic.
I'm listening.
This doesn't have anything to do with school, and
Okay.
it really has nothing to do with logic.
but it does happen to tie into what we're talking about.
But what's your favorite song?
I peeked at the question, so now I'm panicking. What is my favorite song ever? Oh gosh. Whoa, that is a tough question. I love it, but I'm trying to think. Probably right now I would think Wicked's in my brain right now.
So are you
So
a
good old-
Alphaba or
I think I'm more a Galinda.
okay?
So I don't know. It depends on the day. Probably without coffee, I might be. No. I'm thinking of Popular right now.
Oh, I
That's
can
all
see you. I can see you performing
My
it.
kids love that song too, so we'll sing it in the car. even
Which popular, the Weekend or?
Popular from the Wicked.
the Wicked soundtrack.
If you haven't seen the movie or the play,
Yeah.
it's one of the bops.
Yeah,
My dad says it's a
We
musical,
also
so we
belt
don't
out
watch it.
the Alphabet
really
song
good,
at the very end. What is that song?
Define Gravity.
Yes, Define Gravity. I'll belt that out.
so
Not
cool.
here, not right now, but I will.
It's 7 minutes.
Yeah, I love it.
I
I sound just like her in my
I love your random fact in 7 minutes.
It's long, but I do like it.
That's awesome.
I think I personally like the original Wizard of Oz movie and the book a little bit better. Than
Yep.
Well,
That's fair.
the cool thing is, it's Wicked is the Wizard of Oz before.
Yeah, it's like a prequel. But it's not quite the same. It's the same vibe. It's not like
Right.
quite the original series.
Different
it's not
vibes,
quite
you're
the
right.
author's or the director's quite vision. It's kind of like its own kind of. I consider
is.
it its own series.
It is.
Its own little universe.
It is.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
So I don't really
Mrs.
have
Hartman's
a
favorite
favorite songs per se, but I do, like, if you look at my playlist, there's country, there's rock.
Oh,
There's
guys,
rap.
take note. We need to ask that next
There's-
time. Like, tell us your most recent played 3 songs or something. That'd be
I know,
fun.
right? There's Frank Sinatra.
Ooh, a little
there's
everything.
Barry White. Like, there's just different. There's everything. I know. So I don't really have like a certain song. I just
love
listen
it.
to everything.
Very nice
Well-rounded.
variety. Do you listen to music in the classroom, both of you?
yeah.
Classical.
Yeah.
While we're working.
We put on some
Yeah.
lo-fi things, or I do just, like Disney classical stuff.
We do
No
some
lyrics.
hard rock over
Oh,
here.
I believe
Third,
it.
yeah.
I believe it.
Just a little.
I believe it.
Just a little.
Okay, Eva.
What is your favorite thing to do to relax and let loose? Do you have any hobbies?
We're bringing it down,
all right.
gals.
So I recently started back on the Peloton on my bike.
My mom does that.
Oh, it's awesome. And then, and it's nice because they have like, you can do weights,
Yeah.
you can do legs, you can do core exercises. But yes, the pellet, so, and my breathing like is just improving it, like after I'm finished. And it's just, I feel good.
That's awesome.
The other day, I
So-
agree.
I'll need to talk to you more offline about that. Because I did not
amazing.
realize that Peloton, you're not necessarily having to do everything on the bike.
No.
Like, there's so many.
Yes, you have a. I
Very
have a mat
cool.
on the side, and you can do different, workouts with weights.
Yeah.
And so
I wish we had a Peloton studio here for
would
teachers to do
Oh, I would
workout
do
after
it.
That would be
school.
so cool.
you'd be asking I would
for
do
my
it.
Fundraiser.
I know. Fundraiser.
Wellness for teachers. Okay.
Mine is probably not as healthy, but I have started working out again. I have my little mat in my garage now and a couple weights.
no, we're talking fun. Let
but
loose.
like let loose, calm. How I relax is scrolling TikTok. Good old TikTok.
I love it.
You know, I have to sometimes.
So do you have the scroll ring?
No, I have seen the scroll rings, and I think that is so cool.
It seems really cool. I don't have one either.
It's just you click a little button on your thumb, and that's it. So I could like lay my phone down.
I know. We need to try it out.
Yeah,
We
but
need
I
to see
also
that.
like to walk the track too. Like tonight, I'm gonna walk the track a couple miles while my son's practicing soccer.
Perfect.
Just to like not get my mind, just get my
Well,
mind relaxed.
and the most
And it
perfect
really does
time
help
of
you.
year weather.
yes, it's perfect. outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys, thank you so
Thank you.
much
Thank you
for
for
your
having
time.
us.
We know how valuable it is and how busy you are, and we had such a great time
This
getting
was
to
so
know
fun.
Yes.
why 4th is so fabulous.
We're amazing. We're amazing.
Anybody else have anything to close with before we wrap it up?
I have one question, and it's for Ms. Hartman. Since she's the math administrator,
Oh, facilitator.
Yes.
what do you do while you're at your
Meetings?
Yeah.
Great question.
Like
So
plan
explain what that is for our school. That's a great question.
So when I go to
Skylar.
these meetings, they give us ideas that I can bring back, like math ideas for like math stations and lessons that we can do during math groups. And
Like
so
you did with reflex.
that's right. And so, yes, and that's also something I go and communicate and, with Reflex and their representatives. But when I go to these meetings, like it's just interacting with other math specialists and getting ideas and then bringing them back to
us,
Yes.
which we're so grateful
yes.
for.
So,
Thank
yes,
you.
great
Miss-
question.
I know. He's like, okay, I was looking at your schedule last week and I noticed you had a math meeting.
Yes.
That's awesome. Great questions. And one more person had something to close. Yes, Caleb.
This is from Miss Canales.
Okay, I'm ready. You've got your 4th graders they're like, okay, we're gonna wrap this up.
So,
You're good.
when you buy books, do you like chapter books? Do you like comic?
Ooh, like personally.
Personally, I like comic books, and read one book that we have called Investigators. It's
Okay.
like alligators that investigate stuff.
Yeah.
There's 3 books, and you only have one.
I only have one. Okay, so I need to start stocking up on those investigators.
The other 2.
You gotta let me know.
Well,
Okay, I'll put it on my wish
you need
list.
to put it on your Amazon wish list.
Yep, exactly, my
Because
Amazon
I
wish
bet
list.
there's a lot of parents who would like to support
I
your
love
library.
graphic novels. I really do, and I think kids enjoy them too. It's a good thing. But I tend to go to the chapter books, right? I do, for sure. But hey, I'm always up for suggestions.
Does our library have them?
I don't know.
That would be a
if,
good
if
question.
we need to
too.
make like
They
a
do.
recommended book list for our class, absolutely, I'll do that. No
I
problem.
like that idea. We should do that, Eva. Make a form and get
Yeah.
people's input. Well, thank you guys so much. We hope
Thank
you have
you.
a
Thank
wonderful
you.
evening. Pause, guys. High five on a fantastic podcast. And I hope out there that you will join us next time for our next podcast. Thank you for listening, and please share with people that you know.
Please come back.
And we will meet you and talk again soon.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.